we had one of the tightest votes of all time to decide who is going to be the biggest, most in-depth rebuild on this channel. By a vote, I think it was like 279 to 274. Y'all picked Colorado State. So for the next 100 episodes, it is time to bring the Rams the glory that they have never received. I know they were close a little over a decade ago. One of the really cool things about this Colorado State rebuild is one of the subscribers here, you've probably seen him in the comments if you're hanging out in the comments of this channel a lot, PD Swag. He's a huge Colorado State guy. I actually got to hop on a call with him and he told me all about their background. I still have the note sheet that I need to read up on to be smarter about this school. But they're a very interesting school. They've kind of fallen off in the last 7 to 8 years. So we're going to see what we can do. Playbook-wise today, we are going with the Delaware playbook because we're going to go alphabetical. Okay, so this is the Delaware offense. We're going to start off with some motion. Again, if you are new to this, this is going to be a very difficult rebuild, all right? Colorado State has obviously struggled. We are obviously not that great at the game. And we're doing this on Heisman, and we have to do a new offensive and defensive playbook every single game, okay? I want to do this so I can get to experience as much of this game as possible. Let's throw with anticipation on the comeback. Oh, he had to curl the flat. It wasn't going to be open. But, you know, I want to experience as much of this game as possible. And one of the ways that I think we can do that is by forcing myself to use so many different playbooks. So, you know, I think it'll be entertaining. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a very interesting challenge. That's a beautiful RPO, by the way. But really, selfishly, guys, I wanted to do this because I think that it's a great way to play this game a lot, all right? I'm genuinely having a fun time when we do these in-depth rebuilds. Look at this orbit read option really quick. That's a sick concept. I love that. Oh, and I do not love the space there for Justin Marshall. But yeah, I'm having fun. You know, and if running more offenses, being able to experience more allows me to make this more enjoyable for everybody, like I would love to do that. Now, we're going to have to just get this ball out here to Justin underneath. I didn't like the look there, 3rd and 6, and what can we call? There's a lead read, there's a zone read, there's a power read, there's a reverse play. There's a lot of good stuff in this Delaware playbook. The one thing I want to run is the slip screen to the left. Classic. We're going to slide the line to the left. Hopefully it feels like they get out a little bit faster. At least it was the case in 25. Will it be the case in 26? Looks like it. Big cut by Marshall, and it's a first down. Now, if you watch last game, one of the things you would have seen, we really had no trouble scoring points. Where we struggled was to buy a stop against Arizona. So, you know, I'm encouraged by this drive so far. It's good to be past midfield already. But this offense is not my concern right now. My concern is going to be what does our defense look like, you know, when they get out there on the field. And we got to hit that block. We had a one-on-one block on the RPO there, and we can't hit it. And now, let's go trips weak. And what is good here? What is good here? I don't want to go play action on 3rd and long. Dig cross is going to be a slow developing concept. If we can get something a little bit shorter underneath too, let's get Mr. Beers out there. I want to slide the line to the right, try and help shift a little bit. Okay. Yeah, lead Beers. Ah, dang it, dude. That linebacker caught up. 4th and 3. We have a very good running back, Justin Marshall, that I believe in. So we're going to call the halfback direct snap. I know it's a risky time to run this, but look at the blocking setups. We get a double team up to the 2nd level. We have a good block there. We need to watch that linebacker on the right guard. He's of interest to me. Oh, we didn't get up to the 2nd level. It's probably because I cut it back and it didn't allow the left tackle to get up there, and that's my bad, guys. But all right, here it is. Defensive time, guys. Will we be able to make this happen, to be a half-decent defense, to buy ourselves a couple stops? They entered the 4th quarter last time with a 100% completion percentage. I mean, that is just absolutely unacceptable, you know, as a defense, allowing their quarterback to not throw a single incompletion. So, yep, I'm there. I play football, and wow, you could hear the grunts. We're not going to make it weird. We're not. I'm going to change my read keys instead to distract us from from where that conversation could have gone. But I think what I've been seeing people do is focus on the QB on the read, focus on the QB on the option, focus on the pitch on the pitch option, and then focus on pass coverage, specifically for those bubble screens. I think that's what Civil was throwing around on Twitter, which, you know, obviously he's very good at these games. So I try to listen to him whenever possible. But, okay, play action. I got the deep middle. Oh, geez Louise, man. That tight end had some space. I think we could have closed on it if he made that throw. Luckily, he did not. And gun spread halfback weak. Let's man up the backside here. And I'm going to play this backside linebacker. If they cross deep left, that's my play. Uh-oh. I accidentally got switched onto the other guy. I don't know how I did that. But good stop by the linebacker there. They're going to go gun wing trips. Let's blitz Valenzuela off the edge here. We're going to rush 4. Again, I have any crossers. Anything going left is me. Anything going left is me. I'm running with it. Good. Oh, we're in man-to-man, dude. That is our corner on the backside, and they just toast us. We put him in man-to-man for a reason, but we route committed to the outside to not get beat on like a comeback or something, which means it's so easy for him to just cross the field. My thought process was, we're sitting in cover 4 quarters. If we shade to the outside and he crosses across the middle of the field, he's going to be running into cover 4 quarters. But clearly that did not happen, okay? Clearly that did not solve the problem at hand. So instead, reload power read. Dude, the motion plays here are just so sick. This is just so sick. Let's see if I can make the right read this time. Keeping it. Oh, that's a bad idea. All right, guys. Don't comment a thing about reading the option. If I see a single comment about my ability to read the option, I'm not gonna do anything, but I'll be disappointed. All right, I'll be disappointed. This is game number, I think, 3 that I've played, and it's not like I was coming off the hottest track record in college football 20. Where's our comeback? Why is LT a slot fade right now? Oh, he's not technically on the far right-hand side. He's not technically all the way on the far right receiver. That's viewing him as a slot guy, which is fine. We're going to throw with anticipation on the curl route. 4th and inches. QB sneak. I don't even know what I was talking about, distracting myself with this other stuff. Let's make this happen. Let's make a little tush-push action happen here. We're going to fight for the first down. Got it. Let's go. All right, points on the board. Let's go empty. Let's go touch pass to the wide side. Maher, I don't know how I feel about this. Why is there a read man on the touch pass? You know what I mean? What is there to possibly read? That just doesn't feel right. But all right, let's stick in empty here. Do we get a snap off before the clock ends? I actually like this look. Oh, but we don't get it off. All right, I accidentally picked a play without even noticing. So looks like we're going with that reload motion fullback seam. This is going to be weird. We're going to see if we get some pass protection. Oh, it's a max blitz. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, they called that perfectly. 3rd and 20. Dang it. All right, we had a little bit of success with the screen pass on another 3rd down. Can we get more? Oh, he beat him. He beat him. He beat the press. Winfield, get out of here. I glanced over there. I was not planning on throwing that football, but when you beat a guy that badly, you deserve the football. I don't care if it's a screen. Armani Winfield. First of all, awesome name. Second of all, I have no words. Is there a ringing in my ear? Do you guys hear a ringing sound? Is this crazy? Yeah, I don't want to freak anybody out. There's definitely a ringing sound in my left ear. I think it's from the missed kick. I don't know. I just had to take my headphones out that had the game audio to be like, is the game audio ringing? I don't think it is. I think it's in my brain right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But, all right, clearly we're not going to go get that checked out. We are going to try and run a cover 3 match concept effectively while we cover the backside on play action. Good. Oh, he burnt us over the middle. Look at that space to scramble. You know, you play this match coverage, you run with the crossing routes perfectly. And despite all of that, you sit there and you just get toasted. That just hurts. Look at me. I'm sitting on that hitch route. Did you see that? That spot concept? I bet it was spot. Yeah, it was motion spot. And I was sitting. I'm not going to say I was sitting on his face. I'm not. Again, I don't know what's going on today. Maybe, look, I'm streaming right now this game. I'm recording the game. I'm not streaming. I'm recording this game at like 1 a.m. So this is not the best that Colorado State will be. All right, it is very late on a Thursday. I just spent like multiple hours zooming into pixels on the on my computer to like count or measure the amount of pixels that a hard sell was doing compared to sending the house. So my eyes are a little bit strained from staring at a zoomed in, image of the nice job fighting for the first down, by the way, but a zoomed in image of the recruiting board. That is the only thing on my mind right now. I can tell you exactly what it looks like. And there's a lot of 47 pixel hard sells, guys. I can tell you that much right now. But all right, let's lock in here. We don't need to be doing all this if we're gonna lose. All right, we don't need to be sitting here recording for an hour at 1 a.m. on a Thursday when we have work the next day, to lose. We don't do all this to lose. So let's see what we can get here. Let's man up the backside again. We're gonna play outside leverage again. I know it's risky for the crossers. Oh, and I bumped the corner. Dude, I caused that. I literally bumped the corner. He was actually doing fine. Gladly, they're only going to get a field goal out of that. But I think the route commit is just so high risk that I shouldn't be doing it every play. That's what it feels like, right? I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, well, 10-6 game. What have we done well offensively? Let's think about it. We have not gotten the run game going. I don't like how Justin Marshall is already having a little bit of wear and tear. The pass game hasn't been that great either. It feels like that's mainly coming from, a single lucky touchdown. Have we done anything good? Not really. Not really. So let's go PA tight end in. We want to hit this drag if we see pressure. Pressure, get the ball out. Just get the ball out. And that's just our luck, dude. You gotta be kidding me. We see pressure. We're in a play action pass. We throw the drag, which is the safest hot read. We lead them, and it gets tipped up for an interception. That is just, I don't have words there, man. I do not have words for how to feel about that, Let's man up the backside and play this left linebacker here. Look at that! Man, coverage on the backside. Guys, we got to wrap up. We got to wrap up, man. What are we doing? Also, why are we tackling him 8 yards out of bounds? There's got to be... Someday they're going to throw flags for some of these, late things, and it's going to be so funny. The amount of times that I will, dive at a player, and, in real life, it's clearly after the snap, or after the whistle. I'm clearly, taking a dude's ACL out. Oh, my gosh, he hung on to that? Dude, I felt like I was there. Goodness gracious. I got a deep zone over the middle. Watch the RPO. There's the RPO. Stop the RPO. Timeout. Okay, we're going to get this football back for sure, knowing that it's 1st and goal here. The big question is where. I think it's going to be stick to the left. We're not going to route commit, but I'm just going to move these guys outside, be ready for the out route. Look at me. Don't look at me. Look at Jacob Ellis, who got the sack on the play. Don't look at me. What are you doing looking at me? I'm up here in the little corner of your screen. You shouldn't look at me. Look at the big screen. Look at all the massive stuff. Yeah, no, dude, I'm sorry. It's 1 a.m. I'm just kind of saying words at this point. Holy smokes. Just holding UTSA to a field goal. Okay, here we go. 4th and goal. $1:35 to go. 1 timeout. We'll be down 7. I like the situation. I don't like our play so far. We are playing like it's 1 a.m. on a Thursday. That's what we are playing like. And that's not good. That's not winning football. Okay, winning football needs to be winning. So let's try that here on this drive here. Honestly though, let me just say too, I'm just having a very good time with this game right now. This is very fun. It's so new. It feels so exciting. Man coverage on the backside. Comeback route. Catch and run. Get out of town. Antwi, let's go. Oh, I can flick the right stick to celebrate. Sure. Flex on him. You deserve it. Buck 21 to go. Clock will run. Marshall, wide run outside. Double team up to their star linebacker on the left. Do we get up there? We do. I didn't cut hard enough inside. Let's go tempo here. Let's go with that PA slot cross. And let's get Beers on a zig. Does anybody know Beers' first name? I would love to know it because I feel bad just calling a guy Beers over and over and over. I know that that's his name as we take this horrible sack on play action. I know that that's his name, but, you know, does he have a first name? He has a first name. Again, I can look that up. I don't know why I'm asking in the comment section for so many favors. Dude, we are so slow to get out the scramble. I don't know if anybody else feels that. By the way, we're not going to call timeout here because I want to drain a little bit more clock if we don't get this. But anyways, it feels like it's so slow to scramble. Oh, get there, get there, get there. Big first down and we're out of bounds, dude. Drive stays alive. Hojo Antwi with 2 great plays on this drive. We're going to go 4 verts because YOLO. And we'll throw Marshall underneath on the Texas route. Okay, we're going to have to burn our last time out there. That was a bad decision. I think I'm fine with the 4 vert. I'm not fine making that throw. Look at Antwi's curl route. That just can't be the most effective use of your space. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. As soon as I let go of that football, I knew that was a dumb mistake. I tried to catch it behind that linebacker as he was making his drop, and I underestimated how quickly he could get his depth. That was very, very impressive by him. Really respect that play. Look at that pancake, too. Did you see that guard that was pulling? Let me just say, really proud of the pulling guards. I mean, that's another thing that is very exciting to me, at least. Hopefully it's exciting to you. It feels like plays involving pulling guards, whether it's a power or a counter or a trap or a pin pull, something, like a lot of those are pretty good, it feels like. It feels like a lot of those are pretty good plays, which is very exciting. It's super cool to be able to run power and feel confident. But I'm not confident in myself right now, man. 13-6 at the half. This has been a weird first half. I know that it feels weird to you. It feels weird to me. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, yeah. No, I'm talking to you. Wake up. Please wake up. I know that you're using this to fall asleep. I would like you to be awake. And that right there as our halftime show is specifically for the people that have commented before that they like to throw on the Ball State Chronicles to fall asleep. If you're doing that with the Colorado State rebuild, that's awesome. You know, watching this is watching this, whether or not you're awake or asleep. I would prefer you to be awake so we can watch this. Well, we're not watching it together. I'm filming this and you're watching me. But like, you know, I would prefer you to be awake. But if it was either you never watch the Colorado State rebuild or you watch it when you're asleep, watch it when you're asleep. That's fine. So I take that back. Don't wake up. Go back to bed. That's okay. And for everybody else that's watching this in like the middle of the day and you're like, what the heck did he just try to do? Again, sorry, filming this at 1 a.m. on a Thursday. Clearly the ideas, not all of them are going to hit, all right? If all of them hit, I wouldn't have thrown so many interceptions. So let's see here. We're going to go outside leverage again. I know that the crosser could happen, but we're going trips, so I want to help there. That's why I wanted to help, because when they go trips to the wide side, I'm scared to run man because I think that they could run really good pick plays and just dominate us. But if we go zone, they can out leverage us, right? They just have more. Oh no, what is that? Good swat. Maybe we go for a pick there, but it felt like he was actually a step behind us. But as I was saying, if we go zone against cover 3, then they can out leverage us. It's just so, or if we go zone against trips, sorry, not cover 3. But they can out leverage us. They'll just have more bodies in that space than we have people, and they will have success there. Like, we do that all the time here with our offense in the red zone, right? So let's bring down our safety. That's about as good as we can get. I know that he did a great job fighting for the first down, which is very cool. Again, do I wish that he didn't get the first down? Yes, because it's against me. But, you know, I think that that's a very cool feature. Oh, and those hard flats really opened up that middle of the field in the play action. They're going to go trips, so we are going to try and go man coverage here. Let's route. No, let's just shade right. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that hit that pulling guard had? That was awesome. Oh, man. Okay. Same thing. Man coverage here. Let's bring some guys over. Can we QB contain? It's LB. Okay, just in case. Just in case. Didn't want to accidentally give up a scramble. Okay, we're going Tampa 2. I want to show pressure, but I don't want our safeties to get involved in the showing of the blitz because we can't afford for a Tampa 2 safety to get involved in the pressure. And look at me coming up and making the stop. Let's go. Force it underneath, and we're going to force a punt at the 35-yard line. Their kicker is clearly a Pop Warner kicker if you can't trot him out there for a 52-yarder, all right? Would I make a 52-yarder? No, I wouldn't make a 45-yarder. But you're a computer on Heisman. You should be able to make a 52-yard field goal. But I guess instead they're just going to pin us at the 2. So that's fine. We got a nice snag concept here. Let's see it. Yep. Get upfield. Maher, good job. And let's keep a little tempo going. Still have not gotten the run game going as much as I would like. So we run the basic halfback base. Got to have patience to follow this left guard. Good. Lot of space, and that's a first. I hope that Justin Marshall can get fully healthy soon, man. 6 carries for 14 yards is not what we expected out of a guy as talented as him. And those linebackers just didn't even get touched. That was probably bad play call by me. Wow, look at that career health. What the heck is career health? Are we making this guy more likely to like have a career-ending injury? I have no idea. But let's run this concept that we got out of our Air Force air raid. Yep. That's okay. Beers, let's go. Tell me we see his first name. Come on. Oh, come on, dude. Show me his first. I'm looking it up. His name is Rocky Beers? No shot. No, you guys got to be kidding me. His name is Rocky Beers, the tight end. I didn't know that this whole time. That's insane. That is so cool. I just want to be in the room when they are sitting there having that conversation of like, well, what do we name him? You know, like, how the heck do you respond to that? Was that a community decision? Was that something that multiple people signed off on? You know, because sometimes to take a creative risk, you got to do it alone. You know, you're not gonna get sign off from every dude. I swear I'm hitting the right trigger to try and get out of the pocket, and it's like dial-up internet with how slow it is. It is crazy how long it's taking Fowler Nicolosi to get out of the pocket. And at this point, we're just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, but I feel like we cannot scramble effectively. Is that a stat or feature or attribute that varies by quarterbacks, like how quickly they can get outside the pocket and go make something happen? Because if that exists, this guy sucks at it, okay? I'll tell you that right now with full confidence. But all right, let's lock in defensively here. A little Mo Bamba action. Oh, that's me on the bubble. That's me. Good job. They caught me. I wanted to help on the run. Let's go cover one hole outside leverage. Give them a man-to-man look. Really go outside here. Jarmolowicz. Dude, a lot of the guys on this team have very complex names. You know, these are not names that you get very easily. These letters are teaming up against me, and it's tough. But all right, we got 3rd and inches. Got to help on the run. Good. No, the spin move. Are you serious? Dude? I moved because I thought he wasn't going to hit that gap, and then he spun right back into where we were. That was fantastic by this computer running back. And play action, deep crosser. We get home. Let's go. Taste of their own medicine, getting the sack on play action. And I want to keep some pressure going. We're going to rush 6 here and man up the backside. I have the whole middle of the field. Whole middle of the field's me. That crosser's me. We get home again. Back-to-back sacks as the fours come up. We are 0-1. We are one possession away from taking this lead. And also, let me just add, you're going to see it later in the video. Don't ask me why this whole video is out of order. It's because I accidentally scheduled 3 straight bye weeks. That's why. But we have a 5-star recruit on campus right now for this UTSA game. Just in case you didn't think there was any stakes today, outside of, you know, we woke up the one guy that's falling asleep watching this game. Now he's angry because he's like, did you really wake us up to watch you lose to UTSA? Like, we got to make sure he's happy. But we also got to make sure that that 5-star prospect is happy, okay? So 4th and 30, great job getting 3 straight sacks. But after 15 minutes of football, our only points come off of a broken coverage. So let's see if we can get something going. This is good field position, man. Let's start with a good run that we like. I'm still an inside zone guy. So given that we don't know this playbook, let's use the concepts instead. I actually really like this look. We'll see if they follow. They don't. Okay, right up the middle. Look at that gap, dude. Great job by Justin Marshall. Hopefully we can get him going. I know he has an increased risk of injury. Let's go with the read option instead then. And let's go to the wide side with the tight end help. Let's see if Rocky Beers can go out to the slot and pull a linebacker with him. He doesn't pull a linebacker with him, so let's get him instead to the left side and help set up the run over there. Now all of a sudden we can get the double team to the linebacker on the left. I feel really good about that. Rocky Beers, big block by Mr. Rocky. Let's go. 10 for 54. We are moving this football. Do we call it reverse? No, we're not going to do it. Let's just call the base 0-1 trap here. 2nd and short. I want to pick up this 1st down. We're pulling and kicking out the right defensive tackle. Good. Oh, dude, that nose guard just blew that play up, all right? He covered both gaps. And when you cover both gaps at once, it's hard to compete. So 3rd and 2, they're walking safeties down. We know it's a man-to-man matchup over there. We know it for a fact. Can Braden Fowler Nicolosi throw the out route? I think he can. I think he can. I think that's a 1st down. I think we got it. Let's go. When we see those safeties walk down, guys, you're begging me to throw that. So look at this. Pistol full house strong over. Oh my goodness. Look at all those double teams. We need to run with patience here. Really need to run with patience here. Look at that. That was one of the most like pretty 4 yards I think we've ever gotten. So 2nd and 6, now we really spread them out. And this run looks great. We should be able to wrap up to that linebacker right there. We got him. And man, didn't hold our block long enough. And 3rd and 5, we might have to go to the air. So let's go with a quick pass. We're going to call stick here. Air raid concept. I'm very familiar with the air raid. If you don't know why, do not ask why, because it was a learning experience. But Rocky Beers again getting us to a 1st and goal. Let's see here. What do we do? I want a good inside zone I feel good about. I like that gun normal flex snug, dude. I think it just forces that defense to be really honest with what they're doing. Like, look at how wide our splits are. Look at how tight they are to one another. Good, 1 cut. I didn't want to reach for the sticks. It's not worth the risk. We're going to go goal line. We're going to punch this in the old-fashioned way. And that doesn't mean with a QB sneak. That means going with our fullback, Mr. Isaac. 2nd and goal. And we're in. And now all we need is an actual made PAT. I would say that like it's nothing if I didn't shank one earlier. So let me focus for a second. And that is a good kick. All right, this is a tie game, 2 minutes left. Very positively surprised with our defense so far today. I know that they've been in field goal range a lot. I know that they have moved the ball a lot. But to hold them to 13 points this late in the game after the atrocity that was that Arizona game last time is very impressive. The question's going to be, can we keep it up, guys? Can we keep it up? Let's call a stunt, and we're blitzing 5. We have a 2-man stunt on the left and somebody looping on the right. That was my play to make. I was a little bit slow getting out of that break to come down on that. They're in pistol deuce, so let's go cover 3. We're going to go hard flats, which is risky, I know, so I'm going to... Okay, timeout, 2-minute warning? Okay, well now they're in the gun normal, so now let's go cover 4. Let's bring these safeties down, and let's bring these linebackers over I guess they're not moving over. A run. Dude, this late, 3rd and 3, I'm not going to call a timeout. But we are going to go Tampa 2 hard flats. I know that that's risky. And we're going to go QB contain. I want to use the deep half on the left side. This is why. Yep. Guys, are you kidding me? I did QB contain to have something to try and slow down the quarterback scramble. I did not know it was going to open it up even more. So that just sucks, dude. You do everything right, and then a quarterback scrambles for yardage on you. I hate that feeling. It's such a annoying feeling. But all right, we've ran Tampa 2 twice in a row now. So we're going to go cover 3 sky now and show 2. Spy the right-hand side. Spy our star Evans. I need to help this left. Okay. Oh, geez Louise. That was just 4 verts, dude. Okay, cover 3 spy. Let's try and run a 2-man stunt here. I want the trip side, okay? Good. Way to force a check. How did that turn into 2 yards? That should have been negative. That should have been a loss. That's on me. 2nd and 8, gun wing trips. You go trips. We're going to try and bring 6 guys here. Man up the backside. Vincent has the whole middle of the field again. I have this tight end. I have a running back. I have everything. Yep. I'm there. I'm there. Okay, midfield. We know this kicker's got no leg. Remember that, right? We're going to go cover 3 match here this time. And we're going to spy the left defensive tackle. Okay. Send the spy. Pick this football off. How does... Dude, the jump balls in college football 26, they actually go and get it. That is... I mean, it's refreshing, but it's annoying. It's so annoying that they are actually good enough to go and get that football. That would have not been... Good sack, though. We bring pressure off the edge. 30 seconds left. We need to keep them out of field goal range. Oh, I need to call timeout, actually. I need to call timeout. What am I doing? I say I need to call timeout because if we can get a stop here and they kick a field goal, we may still have time to do something. So we're going to blitz. 6 again. Oh, shoot. We didn't go man coverage. Oh, the mid-screen. That's a perfect play call right there. Literally when we have nobody over the middle, guys. Dang. Okay, 3rd and 4. What do you do? What do you do here? I think we go cover 2 drop, and we go hard flats, and we spy. And I think we bring down this deep safety right here and dare them. Dare them to throw it deep, and we get it. 4th and 8. Game on the line. Ball to 23. This is a 40-yarder to potentially take the lead. We need to go for this block here. This is not an easy kick. They've been hesitant about this kicker all day. Can he nail it? He can't. We're going to have overtime. Let's go, guys. That's why they didn't want to kick a 52-yarder, because they know that this dude sucked. Breck Chambers. He is not a kicker. He is a punter, and they win him out. They put him out there to try and do a kicker's job, and he's not built for that. And now we have a chance. It's just a small chance, but we have a chance to do something here. 13 seconds left. Clock is going to run. I think we need to get out of bounds. I don't think it's likely we get out of bounds with our play call here. And that is going to send us to our first overtime of college football 26. All right, we are starting off with this football. Let's lean on what we know. We know that we could run the ball well. And we know that if you look at that set, look at all the extra guys over on the right-hand side that do not need to be over there. We are in an unbalanced set. The left zone is there. Look at that cut. Dupree getting us to the 9. He is explosive, and I think we lost Justin Marshall, probably due to just, being tired and wear and tear. So can Dupree lead this? We are going with a reload direct snap sweep. This is a very interesting play. These guys did not pull as much as they should have. That was not very good run blocking here. 2nd and goal, let's be specific. Let's be intentional with what we're doing. RPO read slide, come on. Are you kidding me? This is such a sick looking play. Okay, what does it do? Oh, that's great. 1 cut. Maher down to the 2. Bring in the goal line. Bring him in. And Dupree is going to be on this. And I know that Texas did this and did not have success against Ohio State. But I think we could run the toss to the wide side and race him to the pylon and get in. Dupree with the first points in overtime Let me lock in on this PAT. That is good. And now let's get a stop. First thing they want to do is gun empty quads, guys. First thing we're going to do is blitz the house. All right. First thing, we're going to get them in a 2nd and long here, backed up early, and we are going to put them in trouble. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's 4 verts. That's not happening. You can't go empty and not expect us to send pressure, guys. That's just what we do. And now we are going to be conservative and spy. Okay? We really are. And I know that that's risky, only sending 3, because they're going to have all day to think about who they want to throw this football to. But we get home. Just like that, it's a 3rd and 17. And just like that, they want, for some reason, to go gun empty. That's fine. We're going to go with a buzz match here. And this is it. Vincent, I need to make this play right here. Showing cover 2. Yep. Swat this. Great swat. Let's go. The swat is the play to make with jump balls in college football 26. We're going to man up the backside here. I need to use her Ellis for the deep crosser on the left. There it is. We have man coverage, and that's game. That is game. Great job by the defense doing exactly what we needed them to do. You get the sack early, you force a couple incompletions, and you play it smart on 4th down. And that is our first win. This was weird, okay? This was a weird game, but prepare for things to get even weirder, because in between the last game and this, we had 3 straight bye weeks, and I had to film the recruiting, right? So what we're going to cut to right now is 4 weeks of recruiting, okay? You want to see what our roster building is going to look like? I'm going to show it to you right now. Let's go recruit. I'll kill the drum line. Let's see it. All right, bonus content at the end of our 2nd game is going to be recruiting after our 1st game. I didn't want to show this initially because at the time we had to decide whether or not we were going to rebuild Colorado State. But now that we are, let me show you where things look. And let me just say up front, we are all in on Leon Irving, this 5-star corner, okay? He is our man-to-man dream corner, 95 acceleration, 95 speed, 81 man coverage, those 3 mental traits. I think he can be special. We're going to do whatever it takes to get him to come to our school, even if that means we lose out on a few other prospects. This guy, Cedric Hay, only Texas Tech is going after him. So I am going to send the house as well. 91 speed. He's a more do-it-all corner. But look at that. That bump is only from a scholarship offer. So we'll get involved there. Now, as far as the rest of these, I actually don't think that they're all that interesting to me. I did a quick scan through it earlier. So what I'm going to do right now is let's look and see, are there any 4-star prospects without offers that we are eligible for? And it looks like there's a running back, a halfback, a wide receiver. That seems to be it in the 4-star realm. So it looks like we're kind of capped out with who we can go after, realistically. But with these guys having no other offers, oh man, look how bad those grades are, dude. It's going to be very hard to recruit these first couple of years. If we could get a top 50 class here in year 1, I'd be very happy. It's going to have to be transfer heavy. It's going to have to be 3-star heavy. It's going to have to be a lot of things. So we will see what that ends up looking like. For now, let's go all in on these 4 stars that we found. Diamonds in the rough, some might say. Here with 80 hours left, I think we should go and find some 3 stars that... No, let's find a good 4-star we can go after. Let's sort by pipeline here and see if there's any legit guys. Look at this Will linebacker. No, we actually went after him. Yeah, a lot of these battles we just didn't want to get into, which is fair at the time, but then all of a sudden you realize you're not really going after anybody. And I want to swing for the fences at least a little bit with some of these guys here. So are there any that these races are relatively close in for these 4 stars? It doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that. Let's add Max Spain and let's add a few 3-star select prospects. We have 7 running backs targeted. That's a problem. We don't have a single linebacker targeted. So let's go after a couple that don't have offers and that are interested in us. Just to get them on the board here. I like that. Okay, 80 hours. Let's see what we can do. Where's that 4-star at? Here he is, Max Spain. He's got 2 offers, but they're not coming from the top 10. So let's go all in on him. We're gonna have 25 hours left. I think there's a couple 3-stars we can get offers to. And again, like I said, this is a pretty good sign that we're gonna have to be pretty 3-star heavy here early on, because there just wasn't a lot of 4-stars for us to go after. We'll throw 10, 15 hours on DeMarcus Cantu here. And, you know, with how good the running game is so far, I am okay if we have some extra running backs. But that was the bonus content. But now we're going to jump ahead to the recruiting after the second game. So, actually, never mind. This is all bonus content. All right, I'm silly. We're going to drop some bonus content. It's going to be pure recruiting. This is going to be a lot of recruiting. So, okay, we have 3 straight bye weeks of recruiting, actually. So let's really lock in. Let's get rid of all these guys that we're getting locked out on, which you got to live with at some point. All right, and where do we sit? We don't have a chance at Leon Irving, dude. We're really trying, but we're just not going to be able to compete. But look at us competing there against Texas Tech for Cedric Hay. That's huge. That's huge there, even though we're not gaining a lot. Not interested in that yet. Very interested there. Colorado going after Jordan Mama. That's a cool name. Okay, this is interesting. Nobody seems to be going after Caleb Crum that aggressively, but we only have 35 hours. So I would personally like to save it to build up a killer first class. I think one of the ways that we're going to have to do that is by getting some talent on the board here. So with these 35 hours, let's go and get some scholarships out to offensive linemen. We only have 3 targeted. We know that we're going to need more than that. And ideally, if we had some well-rounded and raw strength. Dude, this is so sick how many more archetypes there are. Isn't that so cool? I mean, it's just like, I'm actually really surprised by how happy I am with all the things they added. I mean, just so many of the things we made or we talked about in that video of, hey, here are the 12 things that we would like EA to add. So many of them got added. I mean, really, they beefed up the archetypes. They added some of the key stats that we asked for in the box scores and stuff like that. And those are just the 2 that come to mind. Obviously, there's a lot of small gameplay stuff like the no eyes, no pick and some of these other core improvements. The deal breaker becoming more complex is interesting. There's a lot of other very interesting stuff. But okay, we're fully allocated there. 23 guys on the board. Again, I don't feel like I was going after 3-stars this early in the recruiting process in College Football 25. It felt like we were able to lean in on 4 and 5 stars for a little bit longer, and that's just not the case here thus far. We got 2 more weeks of recruiting here, and then the week of recruiting for the actual game that I'm showing. So this is going to be way out of order, but you guys want to see the recruiting. We're going to go in depth on the recruiting, and I'm excited for that. So 15 hours there, I like. Nobody else is going after him. We can take hours off there if we need to. But looking top to bottom, I don't think we're going to get Leon Irving based off these first couple weeks. I really want to give up, but I also really want Leon Irving to come to our school. So we will see. But look at that. Cedric Hay, that's fantastic. Max Spain, that's fantastic. I don't think we need to get involved here. We're going after so many other receivers that we don't need to add another receiver. That seems kind of redundant at this point. Same with Caleb Crum. But look at those running backs, dude. Continue to win on running backs. Ramon Bohannon, I think, can get 10 hours. And outside of that, I think we can go add 2 more players or 3 more players and get 3 more scholarship offers out. 2 3-stars. Let's this time look at who's interested in us. Don't have a strong safety on the board. We could always use more edge talent. And I don't know if I want to add a kicker. We have no tight ends on the board. Gritty possession is not my type of kicker. Oh, wait, did I add people with... Oh, and that's a JUCO guy. We don't do JUCO guys, all right? Based off the other video that we made, we're not doing JUCO guys. Okay, I'm confusing myself here now. Power punter is interesting. I actually think a very powerful punter might be somebody that we could really benefit from, especially having to throw the ball at times. So I don't want a pure blocker tight end. You know what I mean? I want a receiving tight end. Gadget wide receiver. Dude, that's interesting. I wonder what he's good at, but no, bump and run corner. Let's do that. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Marvin Sisk, welcome to the scholarship club. Xavier Livings, he looks suspiciously like Santiago Knight. And Malachi Peppers, who actually has a very cool name. I actually really like that name. All right, now we have a third week of bye week recruiting, and then we have the actual recruiting from the game that you just watched in this video. It's gonna be a lot. All right, this is a lot of recruiting. You are gonna see pretty much our entire first class really shape up here, and look at that. We are in the top 5. We have the ability to hard sell. Playing time is an A+. I just reran the numbers for the hard sell, send the house logic, and it turns out it has not changed from last year. So we only know one of his 3 right now, which is playing time, which is the only thing conveniently that we have an A+ at. So the question becomes, it could be that, it could be that. So we can't hard sell, and we know that. And I don't think the sway mechanic is going to be worthwhile with how bad our grades are and how little I know about it. And why can't we schedule? Oh, we don't have enough hours available. We will get enough hours available to get that guy on a visit. All right, I will make sure of it. Let's just roll through and see how everything else is doing. We'll take 10 off of Ramon for now, and let's get that scheduled so I don't forget about it. Week 4, that's next week. Dude, this could be huge. We could jump ahead in the race. Playing time, that's a big, big game. I love being the first one on a visit. Let's go. Okay, that feels really good. And the rest of these guys, I don't feel like we need to do much else for. I am going to take the 15 hours off of here and put them elsewhere. Do we want to go after Emmanuel Biggs? He's a north-south blocker as a running back. That's interesting. I don't think we do, actually. Let's use those to get 3 more guys on the board. Again, I want to go after volume here. We have a lot of interestingness. We don't have any quarterbacks on the board, so 3 stars, backfield, pure runner. Yeah, dual threat. Yeah, dual threat again. Yeah, we want these guys. These are the guys we want. All right, let's get 3 scholarship offers out to 3 different quarterbacks. Cast a wide net. I've been seeing a lot of the stuff about position changes too, and about how it creates all of these skill caps that didn't otherwise exist. So I want to be very smart too about not having to change positions much, because if that's the current state of the game where you don't want to change positions, then we have to recruit quarterbacks. I don't know how the athlete stuff is going to work, where they're an athlete, but really they're supposed to be a receiver. But okay, at this point, UTSA, this is the game that you probably watched. You just watched a ton of recruiting. We'll show this recruiting next time. It's a lot, okay? Thanks for making it this far. I really appreciate it.